What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a tour and a full inventory of all the items that I have in my study desk setup. Most of these items did come from Amazon, so I will have links in the description box. I understand that affordable is definitely a relative term. This setup cost me about $400 and it was definitely preferable to other setups that were around $600 and higher. Okay, so first, actually, let me start off by saying the price tag that I gave you for my study desk does not include the price of the iPad. This is a 6th generation iPad and 1st generation Apple Pencil. I got this iPad on Mac of All Trades for, I would say, about $250. So while that does bring the overall price up to about $650 for an iPad, that's pretty cheap. And I would say so far in just the first week of med school, this iPad has been invaluable because I've been able to write directly on my professor's PowerPoints as they're lecturing, and that's really helpful as opposed to trying to write a separate set of notes that has to have all the information from the slides and then the extra notes that they gave. So I love using this. This is pretty much exclusively what I use when I'm on campus in lecture, and I use the Notability app to take notes on there. But that is not necessarily a part of the main desk setup. That's just kind of an extra item. What I will say about this is basically I wasted money buying 3 different types of cases. At first I brought a case that had a keyboard on it, but it wasn't the kind where you can kind of prop up the iPad like this or lay it down if you want to write on it or draw on it. And then I bought a case that allowed me to prop it up and lay it down if I wanted to write on it or draw on it, but it did not have a keyboard. So this case is incredible. I absolutely love it. It comes with a Bluetooth keyboard. All you have to do is turn it on and press connect. Turn on the Bluetooth on your iPad and it will connect, and so it makes it really convenient because you can use this like you would a laptop, and you have the iPad/tablet capabilities all in one. So I wouldn't even bother with any other case. This is a case that I got on Amazon, and I will have the prices somewhere on the screen, and this will be linked in the description box. But this was an amazing investment. So let's start with the star of the show, and that is my monitor. This is the 27-inch monitor. It's by Dell. I will have the product details somewhere on the screen. This was $139, and that was actually a pretty good price because if you're looking for monitors, you are going to find that every few inches that you increase the size you want, you're gonna have a few $100s increase in price. So I've seen a lot of med students that have like 32-inch and 35-inch, and those were just way too expensive for me. They were like $500 and upwards, and I just didn't have $500 to spend on a monitor. I spent $400 on this entire setup. So the 27-inch has been perfectly fine for me. I have enough space to have lectures up, to have osmosis up, to have Anki up, and then of course you do have a second screen over here where you can put some other window if you really need more space. But essentially, given the size of my laptop and the size of the screen, I could have 4 of my laptop screens on my monitor at the same time. So this is plenty. I will also interject here to say some things that I purchased cost a little bit more because I wanted a theme. As you can see, I have a lot of silver and white here. I just love silver and white in my bedroom as well as in places where I just want to increase my productivity. So there were some things I could have gotten at Walmart that would have been a little cheaper, but I really wanted like silver or white. So that is the monitor. The only thing I would say about this monitor is it does not have its own audio output, so I did have to purchase some speakers to go along with it. These speakers were pretty affordable. They're the brand ONN or ONN. I see it a lot at Walmart when I'm in the electronics section. I've gotten a lot of like power cords from there. The only thing with these is they don't have an independent power cord. You have to plug it into your laptop via USB, and that's the power source, but it's not too bad. So far I haven't had an issue. I do have 2 USB ports on my laptop, so that's fine. Honestly, I picked these because they were the cheapest, and I really had not anticipated purchasing speakers at all. And technically you don't need speakers. If you're fine with allowing the sound to come out of your laptop, then that's cool. I just feel like when I have the sound of my videos really like loud, it makes me feel like I'm more like drawn into the material. So those speakers were $10. Alright, so now let's look at our monitor stand. This came from Amazon, and I was looking for one that was silver as well as one that had drawers on it, because as you can see, I do not have any drawers or anything under my desk. So I needed to make the best use of the desk space and put things in there that I would put in drawers. So I really like that this one has 2 drawers. The top one is segmented so you can organize things, and then if you have bigger items, they can go in this bottom drawer. I kind of have my highlighters, markers. That's the cover for the laptop. And so I love it. I wanted to elevate my monitor so I wasn't hunched over it all day. So if you really like this one, you can find it. Next, let's look at the laptop stand. So this is a pretty simple design. It fits pretty much any laptop. All you have to do is just slide your laptop on here, and these little arms kind of hold it in place. Again, it's silver. I really wanted silver. This came in 3 pieces, I believe. Very simple to assemble. Now, in addition to the drawers on the monitor stand, I also wanted a separate desk organizer for any notebooks I had, any pens, pencils, whatever, just to have a place to put some more things. I have tons of dry erase markers in here, the dry erase eraser, whatever. So I love that. I pretty much have just enough space to store anything that I would really need to without needing to buy a separate component for drawers. Now let's get into my keyboard and mouse. So I found this silver set that was really sleek. I love the design. I love that it was silver. I love that it was really low profile. It works really well. The only thing is sometimes when I feel like I've hit the space bar, it won't put a space in. So I've had a few times where my sentences kind of start running together, but because I realized it did that, I just have adapted and gotten used to the spacebar. But this was one of the mouse and keyboard sets that was a little bit more affordable, and it was also silver. This has a small little USB device that you just go ahead and plug into your laptop. And then the mouse has the on and off switch. And so I didn't realize at first, sometimes the mouse might be on, but it's not showing up on the screen, and so sometimes when you turn it on, you just have to click really quickly, and I think that just kind of like interfaces with the USB to tell it like I'm ready to be used, and then it'll work. But if you don't know that, you'll be like moving it around and shaking it, and you'll be confused like, how come this thing only works half the time? So all of this is on a platform, and it is on an L-shaped desk. So initially I was not planning on purchasing a desk at all. I was planning on going with the desk that was supposed to be provided, but that just did not work out. And so I had a little bit less space to work with than I anticipated. So I thought an L-shaped desk might do a really good job of giving me enough desk space while not taking over the entire room, and I think I made a great decision. I love the way this fits in this space, and I purchased this on Amazon as well. The chair that you see here, my white and gray chair, you can adjust the tension on the back, so if you want to rock, but you don't want to rock all the way into the ground, you can adjust that. There's a lever down here that controls like how much you lean back, and I believe when you push it in, it's locked, and then when you pull it out, it's unlocked and you can adjust it. So far, I have not had any complaints with this chair. It's been pretty comfortable. It has done me well in the hours that I have spent studying. Now we have a desk lamp here. This was not purchased on Amazon. I got this from Walmart. It's an LED lamp. It costs $6.88, and they claim that it's a long-lasting bulb and you will never ever have to replace it. So we're gonna see. I just figured, you know what, I might as well try it, because either I will never buy a bulb again, or I'll just have to buy another lamp and spend another like $7. So that was fine. This works well for me. It's kind of a mix between a white light and a yellow light, so it's not too harsh on the eyes if you have any preference for either one of those. This pretty much concludes the items that make up my desk setup that I use every single day. I do have some other things that I purchased to accompany my studying. So our school recommended that we have headphones that can be plugged in, and so I just went ahead and got these from Amazon as well. These are Sony headphones. These were $16.99, and of course I just went with white because I was doing the white and silver. So I have those. And then I also personally really wanted some nice Bluetooth headphones. And so in addition to the white and silver, pink is also turning out to be like a theme for me. Like I have a lot of pink in my bedroom. So I thought these sort of pink, dusty rose would be really pretty. When you unfold them, they look like this. And I just love Bluetooth because if I have to step away from my desk for a second, I can just walk around and keep having my background music or whatever going. I also love using these when I'm at the gym. They're just really convenient to not have to have the cord, and all the buttons are right here at your disposal. So these have been working pretty well for me. The Bluetooth headphones is the charge and the battery life. So it recommended you charge them for 2 hours. I think I charged them for an hour and a half. I charged them at the beginning of this past week, which was on Sunday, I think, because I wanted to use them on Monday to go to the gym. And I've used them every single day for at least 3 hours a day, and they're still charged. Like I just connected them to my laptop and it says I have a 50% charge. So it's been a week, so those have lasted really well. And I use those at the gym, which I spend an hour there, and while I study. I study for a minimum of 4 hours, probably more, probably like 6. So that's like 7-8 hours a day that, I'll say between 5 and 8 hours a day I spend using those headphones, and they are not dead yet. They are just reaching the 50% mark. So that has been a really good investment, and I love that I don't have to like charge them every single day. Otherwise I'm like, oh, now I don't have my headphones. So this should bring our total for the desk items up to $415.56. That includes the desk setup and these 2 sets of headphones. So if you didn't want the headphones and you took that out, took $17 off, took $25.99 off, and then if you didn't want the iPad case and took another $21.05 off, that is going to bring your desk setup price down. And I will have the number on the screen of what just the exclusive. So for me personally, this was a relatively affordable desk setup, and it was pretty easy to prepare and plan for it because I was working before med school started. It just seemed a lot more feasible than a setup that cost maybe $5, $6, $7 plus $100. In addition to all of the other expenses associated with applying to med school, and then all the expenses you're gonna have piling up once you get into med school. There's going to be little things here and there that you have to buy that you're just not going to be thinking about. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. As I mentioned, I do have all these links down below. The ones that are Amazon products, they are linked, and they are affiliate links, so I will receive a small commission. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. So far, I have really enjoyed studying here. It just works really well for me. I have enough space. And I love like the L configuration. I think that works really well if you're trying to accommodate a smaller space but still have enough space for everything you need on your desk. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video.